Thank you, Council President. So this has been a very interesting conversation. I really appreciate all of you who came down to share your points. They're all well taken, and they echo a lot of the emails and voicemails that I too have received on both sides of this argument. And for me, I think that this is one of those questions that is it's tough and challenging given the severity of the problem we have before us. And this is not easy being in these 9 chairs up here representing a passionate and involved and engaged constituency, as you guys have proven tonight. But one of the things that's hard is that I'd like to address one part, which I think is a great argument of the accessibility and cost of cigarettes does impact the safety and health of our children and our families that are living with them. And I think that there are definitely studies that prove that if we were to become from the 49th lowest taxed state of cigarettes in the country to higher, we could do that. However, there's a problem with understanding that regionally, the city-county separation lines create a different argument for the economics of how this whole plan would work. If you raise a tax in Richmond, Virginia for cigarettes, as it's a part of a bigger purchase, or can be a part of a bigger purchase for an individual, that difference is like someone going to shop for gas. You're going to look for the one that's a couple pennies less, and that creates a problem. And so for me, when you find that less cost is across the county line, you're going to do that. And sometimes, as we've heard before, there are statistics that show this is affecting a lower socioeconomic population of our city in an unfortunate way. I want them to be healthier. I want them not to smoke. I absolutely do. And I agree that needs to be an effort. In order to achieve that, I think there needs to be a tax that we do with the counties as well. If this is to be on the table, if you want to have the impact we're pursuing, getting them to stop smoking is going to be a Henrico, Chesterfield, and Richmond City supported effort to do that together. Raising the cost of that to make it more inaccessible is only possible in that way. We can do it, but like Petersburg had, that dip of that revenue was really hard. They actually had a big budget hit the next year, accounting for that expectation, that revenue, and they didn't get that. I don't want to put ourselves in that situation either. I also support understanding what we have to do from Kim Gray's standpoint and also echoing what Councilwoman Newbill mentioned as well. We have a big problem to deal with. We need $30 million for maintenance. We need to find $600 million for new schools. And we need a plan that's going to comprehensively look at that on a multi-year aspect so we know what money we need by year to fund these new schools, renovations, and support the decisions that our school board has to make for the tough ones ahead of them, either consolidation, redistricting, et cetera. And right now, I'm worried that a $5 million projected straight-line revenue expectation given current cigarette sales is not realistic. I would think it'd be maybe upper $3 million, $4 million possibly in that. But if you put in our budget 5 and we only get 4, we've got to make up that difference somewhere, and it's going to happen next year's budget. And so the problem I have is that we need to look at this on a broader scale for what we're doing moving forward. I want to support next steps as much as anybody else. I want to support a healthier Richmond. I support this aspect of looking at this option. I applaud Councilman Agelasto's leadership in looking at how to make these numbers work. But we need more. And until I think we have this as part of a broader standpoint, a bigger plan and a bigger aspect, I don't want to go to the well over and over again looking at these increases without a bigger plan of understanding how we're going to address that. Is $5 million enough to fix these schools? Not even close. And I know we need more, and I want to get that more. And I just want to give a closing point of this council body has taken funding our schools seriously. And I think I appreciate Superintendent Cameras' points when he spoke as well. Last year, we increased the school's funding. This year, we have on the table another increase. We did a meals tax vote to support funding for facilities that are way overdue. We've done a lot to make sure we put our schools first in a lot of our decisions. And we've done a lot to make sure education is a key focus for what we put as what we ran on for our campaigns and what we're doing in our decisions. So we want to make sure that we do more. I don't feel that this tax is necessarily by itself more. I think we can do better for our constituents, better for our students, and better for our families. And I look forward to rolling up my sleeves, as several of you have said, putting on the glasses, looking at the numbers to make that work. So I, too, am not going to support this because of the points I just made. Thank you.